Yo, what's going on guys? Welcome back to the third installment of my weekly top 5 series. If you are enjoying this series, let me know by smashing that like button and also dropping a sub if you are new. Today I'm going to be doing my top 5 maps of all time. Let me know what your favourite map of all time is in the comment section down below. Without further ado, let's get right into this week's top 5. Okay, so coming in at our number 5 spot, it is going to be Reyz from World at War and Black Ops 1. Specifically those two games, because I don't think the Giant is deserving of this spot because of how different it is to the older versions of the map. Because it has the new pack-a-punch abilities and all the different weapons, it just doesn't feel the same. Now, Reyz is mainly on this list because of nostalgia. I did try to keep nostalgia out of this list, but because of how good this map is, I just had to include it. Now, this map was the third DLC for Call of Duty World at War, which was the original Zombies game. It's an icon of zombies. This map pretty much molded it into what it is today with things like pack-a-punch, teleportation, all that stuff. It has the most overused camping spot of all time on the catwalk. If you are a true Zombies fan, you definitely would have camped on this catwalk before. It is so iconic. Like I said, this map did revolutionize zombies. It has so many features at the time. This is where people actually started getting good at zombies. This map's layout is just so simple, but it works. When you play this map, back in the day, it wasn't about setting records, going for high rounds. It was just about having fun and surviving with your friends, like zombies should be, in my opinion. The only thing that I feel is holding this map back is that it was made in World at War, which means it can no longer compete with a newer map. It just lacks the amount of features that all the other new maps have. That is why I have placed Reyz at the number 5 spot on this list. Now, coming in at our number 4 spot, we have Kino de Toten. Now, this map is also here because of the nostalgia, but it is loved by the whole community, so I did have to include it. Kino was actually the first zombies map I ever played, and it was the first map for many other players. It introduced the Thunder Gun, which is regarded as one of the best wonder weapons of all time. It's my favourite. I know everyone else loves it. Now, this game did launch with Black Ops 1, but it was meant to be the fourth DLC for World at War, but they didn't have enough time to release it, but it was for the greater good. It added many new features to start off Black Ops 1. The first time we saw alternate zombies, known as the Nova Crawlers. They added new traps like the fire trap and the turret. They added a system where you can locate the mystery box even if you're not at the mystery box, which was really useful. They introduced a new pack-a-punch camo, which is actually one of my favourites because of how simple it is. We need more like that. They even brought back the teleportation system for Reyz. This list can go on and on. This map is the most classic map you can get. I remember freaking out when Syndicate reached round at 115 on this map, which at the time was insane. This map grew the community more than anything. It was just so much fun back on PS3. But just like Reyz, I feel like this map is only being held back because it came out on Black Ops 1, which again puts it at a huge disadvantage feature-wise, and that is why I think it comes in on number 4 in this list. Coming in at our number 3 spot on this list, it is going to be the Black Ops 3 map, the Eisendrache. DE was the perfect map to start off Black Ops 3's amazing DLC season. Now, this is one of the few maps in Black Ops 3 that actually lived up to the hype created by the trailer. It gave us one of the best Easter eggs in zombies. We were all shocked when we ended up killing the original Dempsey after all that hard work trying to get him back. Now, this is the best map in Black Ops 3 by far. I think we can all agree on that. DE is also one of the few maps to have multiple wonder weapons, which is one of its best features. It makes it 10 times better when you play with friends or in a multiplayer game or anything like that. Now, the feature that I like on this map is that they brought back my favourite boss. If you haven't seen it, go check out my last top 5 bosses. The Panzer Soldat from Origins, but they actually upgraded him with some kind of 115 grenade launcher instead of his claw, which I suppose is kind of annoying to some people, but I think it adds a level of challenge to the map, which it does need, as this map is pretty easy. Now, this map actually brought back a lot of features, such as the reimagined version of the Mob of the Dead dogs in the form of dragons, the Wonder Fizz machine, and also the teleporters, so instantly you get the nostalgia from all the older maps, and it just makes the whole experience much more enjoyable. Now, this map I feel is the perfect difficulty for zombies. It is not too easy, so you can't just get to round 100 like that, but it's not as hard as something like Shangri-La where you can barely get past round 30, and that is why I think the Eisendrache comes in at the number 3 spot on our list. Coming in at our number 2 spot is going to be Mob of the Dead. Now, this was a tough decision between this and the number 1 spot, but I went with Mob of the Dead. Now, Mob of the Dead has to be one of my most played maps, as there's so much to do on it. It has an awesome Easter egg with really detailed characters, and it's just a really unique map overall. Mob of the Dead has a really unique aesthetic to it, which I really like. Every feature fits perfectly, from the Hell's Retriever to the Warden, also known as Brutus, which is actually one of my favourite bosses as well. The zombies have a really cool design with barbed wire and spikes all stuck in them. It was also the first time and only time we saw zombies with red eyes. It also includes one of my favourite wonder weapons of all time, which is the Blundergat, which actually fits the theme of the map perfectly, especially with its upgrades, the Sweeper, the Acid Gat and the Vitrolic Withering. This was actually the second DLC for Black Ops 2 and really got the hype going for this game, as it didn't have a great start with Transit and Dyro. It also has a very unique feature called the Afterlife. This was the first time we ever saw this in zombies, and it actually made the map just a little bit more unique and fun to play. This map was also made to be scary, and they definitely did a good job there. The first time I played it by myself, it gave off so many creepy vibes, like zombies should. Overall, it's a really unique and great map, and that is why it's taking the number 2 spot. Now, coming in at the number 1 spot, the greatest map of all time in my opinion, it is going to be Origins. Now, Origins is an amazing map in every aspect possible. It is the start of a new storyline with the 2.0 characters and an amazing Easter egg to kick it off. This map was the final DLC for Black Ops 2, and it was a perfect way to end one of the greatest DLC seasons. One of the best things about Origins I find is that it's not only great solo, but it's an amazing with any amount of players. Because of the buildable wonder weapons, the staffs, they are 4 upgradable weapons which are essential when you're playing this map. They are considered by pretty much all of the community to be the greatest set of wonder weapons of all time, and it's only right that the greatest wonder weapons are in the greatest map. This map also introduced challenges which have become a huge part of zombies today and makes your experience just so much better. In my opinion, it also has the best pack-a-punch camo of all time. Just having the icy blue gun that fits the colours scheme of the map makes it so much better to look at while you're playing. So overall, Origins is just so fun to play. You pretty much can't get bored because there's so much to do, and that is why I believe it is the greatest map of all time. That's going to be it for this week's top 5, guys. Like I said, let me know what your favourite map is and also what top 5 I should do next. Let's try go for 25 likes to show me you're still enjoying this series. Peace out, guys.